So I need to move this to where I want it to show. Then let's go to the next frame. Say we want to add an arrow, just draw the arrow and we can change the color here. And also we can change the shape, the line, color, and thicker or thinner, and also a highlighter. It's very straightforward. Do you have background music? Do you have it? Yeah, that's right. And let's see. Yeah. Let's see. This is the basic structure of our pricing. I'm going to illustrate this customize. So in customize, you can change your basic color scheme of your pricing. So by clicking on it, the pricing will change to the color scheme automatically. Say I want to change it to a ugly, like this, or this, or we want it to be clear, fresh. Say if you want to change it to your own color scheme, you can just click Advanced. And then go to Wizard. Everybody following me? Mm-hmm. Okay. Here you can change the background of your pricing. And you can also insert a 3D background. So what is 3D background? So a 3D background is making your content like floating on the background. I'm going to show you. Like I want say this one to be our background. And then we click done. So let's present. So as you can see, it's like floating on our background. It's not a 2D dimension. It's like you have a 3D dimension in our pricing. Do you get the feeling of this? Yes, you can have your 3D pictures. The only restriction of 3D background is you cannot have it too large. Say here, 3,000 pixels is the maximum size of your picture. And then we go to next. Here we can change the color of the title, and then the subtitle, and then the body. And then here we can change the color of the frame. Marker. Once we got this, we just click done. And we'll change to our own color scheme. That's how you customize your color in your pricing. So after everything is done, we want to check the order of our pricing. Let's make sure it is going to show in the sequence that I want it to show. So just check the order. to present, just click present and back to start. And then hit spacebar, or you can hit right arrow key on your keyboard. It will basically show how we do this pricing. Everybody, any questions so far? Yes.
Can you use it without internet?
That's a good question. So if you want to do some editing without internet, you're gonna have to pay. But say that's a free account, so you cannot do it without internet.
I mean, if you have finished it, and you're going to present using credit.
Yeah, that we can. That we can. So I'm going to show you this. Once you have make sure that every order is right, every editing is right, so just click here, share. The first option, we can share this privately with our group of people. Right? Here, everybody know this link can be the editor. Or you can change it to only viewer. Also, you can download it as a PDF, or we can download as a portable pricing. So a portable pricing is just, as you said, we can present this pricing offline. So what I did is, after I hit download as portable pricing, I will get a zip bag like this. After I unleash the zip bag, it will give me a folder like this with the pricing exe file. And then I just double click on it. It will take some time. So this is what I did last year when I was in this accounting program. So just basically show you the idea of our pricing. This is what I did last year. That's it. Very easy. So this is how you present it offline. You get it? Yes. So what's your question?
For the thing here, this part, when we change the color of the custom logo or circle green, do I have some more straightforward ways to change them? Because we can just change the numbers of.
So customize, advanced, you have wizard.
Yeah. Just for the background.
Yeah, you can change the background.
And
that's
for
the-
advanced, and.
The advanced?
Okay, just change the number. We have
Yes.
a more straightforward way.
So the more straightforward way is this. So if we click
Okay.
next, we can change the title by just selecting the color. So if you want to do it more professional, say you want a particular color, and you already have the number, you can just type in the number. It will show basically the same. These are also titles, subtitle, and body. This is a more professional color change. So after we've done this, you will have your first own pricing. So that's how it's really easy and straightforward. So I hope you like the workshop. And then goes to the question time. If you guys have any questions, just feel free to ask me.
If I create a pricing file and I send it to other people, can they just open it with their computer?
Yes, if you share it online.
If I'm not sharing, for example, I submit my assignment to e-learning, can professor open it?
So the professor will have to download it as a zip bag
Yes.
and have to unleash the zip
Mhm.
and have to click in the exe file.
Okay. So it can be opened with any laptop or computer.
Yes.
That's a good question, Chloe. So along with that, Evan, do you know how to convert the file to a PDF file?
Yes.
Can you show them how to do that? So when
Yes.
they're uploading it on the discussion board, y'all can upload it. The link, the exe file, and then also the hard copy PDF file.
So here, as you can see, download as PDF. And it will rendering every page. So the page is like shown here. And then you save PDF. So I'm going to save it. Here.
Excuse me.
It is,
We still have to pay for it.
you have to pay for it?
No.
No, I don't think so. You need to pay for it download as PDF?
No.
Oh my god. It is such. No, I can't believe it. So some of you say you don't have to pay? You don't have to pay? Who's going to pay for the download as PDF?
Maybe they create in a public, not
Yeah,
with student.
Yeah, that's what I.
Create another.
So just create your Prezi account using your EDU email, and we can download it freely. Any questions?
So how long does it take for you to make a presentation? On average, would you say?
On average. So you mean editing price?
Mm-hmm.
I would say for a business plan project, if you have 21 slides or 20 slides, it can take you 3 hours or 2 hours, depending on your skill level.
Okay.
Yeah. And you can just do a very simple one like I just did. It won't take you 1 hour to finish this, but you want your project to be perfect, right?
So for the longer presentation, that's probably going to take more time.
Yes.
But for the briefing assignment, that one is short, right? That's just a couple slides. I would say even if it's just 4 slides, it's enough. One for the title, one for the key takeaways or the key points, one for the takeaways, and then just the last concluding close where you're zooming back out is enough, okay? But if you want to experiment more with Prezi and want to make your presentation more creative, you can add a little bit, but remember you only have 90 seconds for the briefing anyway. So this briefing is just a chance for you to play around with Prezi and just try it out. But you'll have more time to prepare your final presentation. That one will take a lot more time.
And I also want to remind you guys is, although the zooming in and out effect is very cool, but it will definitely take some time, you know, from one slide to another. So that you need to take into consideration whether it will, you know, fall within your time limitation of, you know, moving one slide towards the other.
That's a good point. And be careful if the slide's jumping around too much. If you noticed, Evan on the left-hand side used the frames and the brackets. And he had to move them around a little bit, but you don't want the viewer's eyes to feel dizzy from following you jumping around all over the page. So the way that he did it was more logical and had a better flow.
And I also want to remind you guys is if you want to present offline, you need to have the whole folder. You cannot just have the pricing.exe file. You need to have the whole folder because this folder contains the editing of your pricing.
So can you go over with them? Well, actually, let's review. So if you're starting off and you're trying to make your presentation, where do you go first? Have a little quiz. So you're starting to create your first presentation now. So how are you going to start?
Explore for the template.
Okay, good. So where are the templates? Do you remember?
Explore.
Okay, so you can just explore, but remember, there you go.
If you just want to get the ideas, just don't click this. If you want to search for some reusable that can be modified, just don't forget to click on this. Do you want me to do an actual research?
A what? I'm sorry?
Do you want me to actually research something on this?
You can do a sample search. That's fine.
Okay. Business plan. Here, you can see our pricing that is edited by someone else. And since I click the reusable checkpoint, after I open one of the pricing, it should show a make a copy on the left corner. So by clicking make a copy, and it will jump to your pricing, and the copy of that pricing will be shown here. And you can do some editing to it. Any questions? Okay, one more last thing. Please remember to send me an email with your pricing account, and so that I can share this to business template with you.
Can you share your email again?
Yeah.
Do y'all have any last questions? Was everybody able to at least get into it today? Except for, I know some of you don't have computers, but I know some of you have a flash drive or a flash player issue, but raise your hand if you were able to create a template or create a presentation today. Raise your hand if you were successful in doing it. Okay. Most of you? Okay, good. Well, let's give Evan a hand. Thank you for his time.
At the end of this workshop, I want to thank Director Guan for giving me this wonderful chance to present this workshop, and I also want to thank you guys on a Friday morning and get up early when you could have to sleep through the whole morning. And I hope you guys have learned something today. And thank you.
So did y'all find it helpful?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was very creative, right?
Very happy.
And Evan went above and beyond. Evan, how many hours did it take for you to prepare for this? Everything
For the
together.
workshop,
Yeah.
5 maybe.
5 hours?
Uh-huh.
So Evan took an existing PowerPoint, the one that he called was more boring, you know, and he recreated a presentation using Prezi to show you the contrast. So I really appreciate Evan doing that. Here, let me stop the recording. For some reason,